Every time we say yes to a placement, it has been made very obvious to us that we are supposed to keep going. I think I got a text while I was teaching. I called Christian Heritage back, and I for sure thought when I saw her text it was going to be for another teenager. Hey, we have a newborn baby in the hospital. She needs a place to go. Of all the foster parents out there who would gladly take a baby, why are you calling me?
We are not prepared in the slightest.
Yeah.
We have no diapers, baby clothes, none of that stuff.
I mean, crib, everything. He had never held a baby younger than 3 months before. So he was like, yeah, I was like, no, for real, you're going to have to help out. So she came like 4 hours later.
I went to work without a baby and came back home and I had one.
The first 3 months, a typical newborn, just hold her a lot. As she grew, she had a spunky personality.
That at around 3 months old, she had vomited like 5 times in one day.
It was really like lethargic, couldn't wake her up, that kind of stuff. So then we knew like something was wrong and it had to, we had to get checked out right then. It couldn't wait until the next day. We got admitted and they did an ultrasound.
Yep.
And then after the ultrasound, they said we need to do an MRI, which, you're not thinking anything huge. And so they came in to the hospital room at like 10 o'clock that night to tell Benji the news of what they had found.
They told me that they had found a pretty sizable tumor in her head.
The next 10 days after we were initially admitted, we did the biopsies and placed the chemo port. They deemed she needed a feeding tube by that point. There were chemos that were working and shrinking the tumor. So we kept going with those until that one wouldn't work, and then we would try another one. And probably about 6 months into everything, she went blind. There was hope that she could overcome the tumor, or that we would get the tumor stable and then we could get some sort of routine. That we knew she was going to be available for adoption probably around when she was 6 to 9-ish months. But that process is pretty lengthy. So we had started filing for that just because she was ours from the beginning, from when she was 2 days old. So it wasn't a question like if we wanted her to be legally ours or not. They basically said the chemos weren't working anymore. We just knew that we didn't want to put her through that anymore. The doctors really advocated for us, but they expedited it so fast. And basically said, we want them to have this moment.
To do anything with Journey, pretty much had to move everything with us. We were preparing to go to the courthouse because that was worth it to us to adopt her. Journey's whole story is just completely interwoven with God's plan. There's no point in the entire story of our entire lives for those 1 year, 8 months where I had any strength in my bones to keep moving forward other than what God was using to propel me. Because after that, I was done. Like, in my head, I'm like, there's no way I can continue.
We've been through a lot. Maybe we should just take a really long break, or maybe we should just stop. There's kids out there that need someone to step in.
Journey was definitely worth it. How can any other child not be?
1 more, 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, 10 more. We hope that we can interrupt the path that they're on a little bit.
It's sad to me to think that Journey could have passed through another family, another home, another situation.
Because there's plenty of children, especially with medical needs, that live their whole lives in a hospital. And I can't imagine her being born and then passing away ultimately in a hospital and never getting a family. And my fear of learning how to work a feeding tube, or I gave chemo at home a few times, but that was all worth it, and I can push my fear to the side, as an adult, especially for these kids who have sometimes absolutely nobody. Every child is worth it for sure.